something, get on a team cupcake. Okay. But the reality is, you know, when we start talking about the inviting, you start talking about the one for the 9 no's and those kinds of things, you know, and that's where the rubber meets the road, though. You know, when you start to hear the story about Summer Tucker, and you say, so here's a young mom that's earning a 6-figure income and is able to bring her husband home and completely change their life. The foundation that is built on, you being able to bring your husband home, those kind of stories, the foundation that they are built on is in inviting, okay? In being willing to go that extra mile. And being willing to do that, to say, you know, I'm going to do this thing for a year. I'm going to go for it. You know, no matter what. I'm not just going to hope, okay? I'm going to decide. Okay, I'm going to decide. Because once you make that commitment, you know, once you make that commitment, it gets clear in your mind. I shared it something, you know, when you get that why inside of you and you understand it and you see it clearly in your life, everything changes. Your priorities, your decisions, your behavior, the things that you do, they will change. And that's the recipe when you start saying, here's where the 6-figure income comes. Or, you know, what if it's just $1,000? How big of a difference would $1,000 make a month make in everybody's life right now? Okay? It would be huge. Okay? I look at my daughter. Okay? I look at my daughter, and right there, that's their mortgage payment. You know, she loves fitness. She loves people. But that's her mortgage payment, you know, and that's the beginning. But that's what it is built on, and so that's where you have to go home and get it and say, what's it worth it to me? Am I willing to do this? And then it's like the program, okay? You got to take it off the shelf, and you got to press play, okay? And you got to press play when it sucks. No, seriously. I mean, seriously. You got to press play when it sucks. And sometimes, you know, the last thing you want to do is to show up, is to drag your sorry butt out of bed, you know, in the morning and go down and do that. And you're all like me. There's sometimes when you got it. There's sometimes when it's just everything you can do. I hate Tony Horton. I hate but you know what? That's what you've got to be willing to do with your business. Is you've got to, that's the piece that filters out those that succeed and those that don't. Here's my promise to you, okay? Here's my promise to you, very simply, is that it will be worth it, okay? We're a good company. I love who we are. My phone kept beeping here. Carl's text, you know, just sending me a text. We go on this little group text of everybody going out to Super Saturdays, and he just said, he's going to Chicago, and he just said, I'm still on the ground in LA, not able to get off the ground yet. This is going to be one of those really long days, you know, because he's, you know, 2-hour time difference between there and Chicago. It starts first thing in the morning, and you know, a 3-hour flight out there and everything. So he'll get out there at 2 o'clock in the morning if he gets out there, you know, up and then returns. But Carl believes in this thing. The thing I love about Carl is Carl believes in the mission of who we are. He doesn't know all the answers. Okay? But what he knows is that he's got this dream, okay, of ending the trend of obesity. And he's got this dream of doing it the right way. And it will come together, and we will figure it out. If you surround yourself with good people, you know, this thing will come together, okay? And as a company, we really do. I truly believe we are the best home fitness company, base fitness company in the world. People come to us. And we're going to continue to introduce things. I mean, you know, we've got a pipeline of products that we will continue to introduce. We've got a pipeline of people who come to us with their fitness programs and say, pick me, you know, type of a thing. And we test it and we look at it. You know, so we have this space, and of course we have to be good stewards of that. But that's our job, and we will. And we need as many of you to be successful at this as possible. You know, we want your lives to change. We want you to become financially secure. We want you to become financially stable. We really do believe in having you have healthy, fulfilling lives. Because we know if that can happen, that you know what, the world's our oyster. You know, that we are really going to put a dent in this, and we're going to change. We will change the world. You know, and it happens one life at a time. you know. But we know that your world has to change first, okay, before you can change the world. But you're the ones that have to pull the switch. You're the ones that have to say, hey, I'm in, you know, on this. So my hope, when I go home and I say my prayers tonight, okay, you know, I'm going to be praying for people in Portland, Oregon, that they're going to make a decision, okay? That they're going to make a decision that, you know what, I want in, I want to change my life, I'm going to make a decision, and I'm going to be committed to this, even when it sucks. Okay, I really don't like that word, but sometimes it fits. I really hope that's what you do, because the worst thing that could happen is next year when I come back here, whoever comes back here, and you say, how has your life changed? And you say to yourself, I'm in the same seat, I'm in the same position, my life hasn't changed. That is a travesty. Okay, that is a travesty. Shame on all of us if you let that happen with your life. And I know that you're here because you don't want to have that happen in your life. But it will take a decision, and it will take courage, and it will take discipline, but it will be worth it. It will be worth it. And we're going to be behind you, cheering you on, and supporting you, and kicking out the right products, and the right kind of rewards, and the right kind of compensation plan. And we're going to be your biggest cheerleaders ever. So, I happen to have one T25 that I would love to give to somebody, and I have no idea who or how. Part of me wants to just say, is there anybody have any great ideas other than pick me, pick me? Should I just take it home with me? We've got guests here. What's
Give it
that?
to a guest.
Flip a coin.
Yes.
We've got to travel the farthest. We've got some.
I think it should be who had to wait in traffic the longest. I'm married to Wilson.
I had to come all the way back from Montana, California.
I came from Miles City.
I came from Reno, Nevada.
You know,
Oh.
this suddenly is sounding very self-serving, isn't it?
Oh. Maybe who is the name tag in the newest coach? Who has anyways joined me? That could be fun.
Oh, this is too complicated.
Raise your hand.
You know what?
There you go.
Okay, let's do two things. Let's do that's a great suggestion. So let's do this, guys. I don't know. We do have this video that we'd like to get out to because it really is a good video that we did here. It's like 44 minutes. And it actually moves pretty quickly. There's Brigitte Linford. Someone talked about Brigitte Linford. Brigitte Linford's got a story on here. Her transformation story is awesome. They've got Darren on there. They've got Isabel on there. Heather Full's talking about Team Cup. We've got testimonies from Pina Grace. So this thing moves fast, and you'll watch it and go, hey, this is pretty good. It'll benefit you from watching that. So how are you going to do this, Jessica?
You want to pick somebody from here? Does everybody have their name?
Well, how about just because I don't know somebody you mean?
I didn't write on this.
Okay, you know what? You put it on a piece of paper, and I'll be the bad guy, and I'll just kind of put my finger on this and point without knowing anybody. Does that work? Everybody support that?
Yes.
Are we all in on that?
Yes.
You're sitting here going, I want it. Here, are you just giving me a
Just tell me what line down, what number down.
Pick a number.
Okay.
1 and
Okay, 17.
17.
It only goes to 6.
Guess again. 1 through 15.
Lucky number 13. That's just
That's
two
two
from the
up
bottom.
Cutney. Mark Cutney.
Is Mark here?
Mark Cutney.
No, you gotta be a little more enthusiastic than that. Okay, so I apologize because I actually took the cellophane off just before I came. Okay, but it's
He's used it, he's
it
sweating.
is not. Anyway, all right.
Woo!
Let me just also say to Jessica and to Amy and everybody else who's had your influence bringing this together. This stuff, it doesn't happen without leadership. Someone has to be willing to stand up and say, hey, you know what, we're gonna run a Super Saturday, we're gonna get the site for, we're gonna pay for it, we're gonna bring the things together, we're gonna be early, we're gonna be getting registrations, and so, I just wanna make sure that we give a big, Next Super Saturday is September 29th. We expect the room to be at least twice this big. And let me just say, thank you for being part of TV Fight.